Hello, welcome back. Boxer1 here, and this is a pretty big set review, but it is the New Republic E-Wing versus Shin Hati or Hati Starfighter. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but we'll go with it. And it's a pretty nice set, actually. It's 1,056 pieces, there we go, and has 5 figures, well, including an astromech, which I don't know if you count as a figure, but it has 2 instruction booklets, so that's kind of nice, one for each ship, which means you can build it with someone else if you want. So I always like that. And as I said, 2 ships. Pretty cool. Let's get into the figures. Starting with the first figure, which is very blurry. Morgan Elsbeth. Elsbeth, I don't know. But she's interesting. She doesn't have any printing for her bottom cloak, which is kind of unfortunate. But the top, I actually really like that. That could be very interesting in CMFs and stuff like that. But she has head printing. I think she has double-sided. Yeah, here you go. She has a little symbol or whatever it is on her head. I don't know. But she has little magic hands, which I don't know if that's in the instructions, but I just put the magic things in her hands because, well, there's extra with the set. Moving on to the main, or one of the main bad guys, Shin Hati. And she has, I didn't know this, but she has the metallic arms, or metallic silver, so that's kind of nice. Or flat silver, I don't know what it is. But interesting. And she has a red lightsaber, of course. And I think she also has double-sided head. Yes, right there. And it's pretty good. I like that. And the hair is also kind of cool. I like that hairpiece. There's actual hair right there. But pretty cool hairpiece as well. Very nice figure. As you can see, she also has the little apprentice or whatever braid there, Jedi braid type thing. But she's a Sith, I think. We also have this guy who is, let me look at the box because I have no idea their names. Balin Skull, and he's pretty interesting. He's the little green. I'm pretty sure that's green in between those lines there, which is kind of interesting. Nice color there. I like the green. He also has a red lightsaber, and he has the nice hair there as well. Pretty common hair, I think, actually. Maybe not in that color, but I saw that a lot in the older figures. We're not really old, but you get what I mean, I think. But he also has a different face. Pretty cool. Looks a bit more angry there. And his pants are basically just the casual or normal Sith kind of cloak looking pants. Pretty interesting. Away from the dark side or Sith and onto the New Republic figures, there are 2, and this is one of them. The pilot, which, let me look at the name, Captain Porter. So that's kind of interesting. I do like that. He is a pretty nice looking. I actually really like the suit in the blue and white. I think it's a little bit different. I like that. And the helmet is really cool. I do like the helmet a lot. One thing I did like, in the past, they had the dual molded helmets with the visor on the helmet, which I think it looked really good because you could take off the helmet, put some hair on, and then you could have a completely different look instead of having the helmet on. But he can, or I guess this one fixes that with the double-sided head there. So let me turn that around. And turning that around, you can see that he can have hair. And there's a piece of hair in the set that it's pretty nice. Little bumpy hair on top. And it's a nice little hairpiece. I don't know if it's new. I don't think it's new, but I think it's a little less common. Or it's newer, anyway. And pretty cool helmet, as I said. Overall, pretty cool figure. Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention he's using one of the newer flesh tone. So that's kind of nice. As well as Morgan Elsbeth is also using a newer flesh tone piece. Kind of nice. Final figure is the astromech. If you look on the box, it is New Republic astromech droid. It doesn't have any number or letters. It doesn't have any designation, but it's a pretty cool little astromech. No back printing. R2-D2 is still the only astromech droid we have with back printing. So, kind of unfortunate. It's a nice astromech, though. I do like the colors. I don't know what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something, and I don't know what. Oh, let me check. What it is reminding me of is the Toys R Us logo. I don't know why, but that's what it reminds me of. Anyway, let's get moving on from the figures and move on to the actual ships, which are kind of interesting. Let's do the New Republic one first, because it's first in the name, and then we'll do the Shin Hati's Starfighter, or whatever it's called. So, the New Republic E-Wing is quite a sizable ship, actually. And it also uses a bunch of interesting building techniques, which I won't get into fully here, but kind of interesting how they angle the wings with some Technic stuff under there, as you can see. I'm pretty sure they use some rubber pieces and everything in there, and it does turn out pretty nice. They do have landing gear, which they have 3 pieces of landing gear, all can fold and go like that, like on the older X-Wings, or not older, but I remember Poe Dameron's X-Wing had folding landing gear, at least the front part. But pretty cool, has some engines as well, and some large blaster cannons, or just cannons, on the side. And then here, there are 2 stud shooters, which some people don't like, and I would have preferred even just spring fire, but still doesn't look too bad because of the new mold for those. I think the new mold looks way better than the old one. There are some stickers on this set, though, so if you don't like stickers, that could be a thing, but there's not too many, I don't think. Maybe like 10 or 20. No, not 10 or 20. Probably a 10 to 15 total, I'd say. And they do add some nice character to the set. And as you can see, it also has a little cockpit in here. And in here, you can actually open this up. And with this guy, you can take off his blaster and also accidentally rip off his helmet. You can put his hair as well in there. And you should be able to sit him down in that chair and put him in there safely. Or at the very least, it won't look atrocious when you close it. And if it does close all the way, let me see if I can fix that. But yeah, maybe you can't have the hair in there. Maybe I can just orienting it wrong. Let's see. Yeah, that works a lot better. Trying to problem solve this. Ooh, I just knocked the landing gear out, I think, by accident. Wow, this is harder than I expected. There we go. Took me a little while, but I got it. And it can close pretty nicely, and he does have to lean back a little, so he's kind of laying down in there, but it does work. So pretty cool, and it does offer a solution to having to put your gun somewhere and your hair piece. Also, this guy can sit in the back here in this little hole, and you can actually turn his head probably just by ripping it off and putting it like this, so he's looking forward or something, and it looks pretty good. Overall, pretty cool ship. On to Shin Hati's Starfighter. Pretty interesting ship build, actually. I do like how it's different. Yes, how it's different. But it is an interesting looking ship, that's for sure. And it has a couple more stickers on it. As I said, around 10 to 15 in the entire set. I think maybe exactly 10. But I'm not exactly sure. It has pretty cool wings. Pretty basic wings, actually. They're just 1 stud wide for the ends of the wings, but the actual wings they have some nice angles right there. And it's pretty sure it's not mirrored, so that's kind of nice. It's a bit more unique that way. And it also has 2 of those stud shooters, which are a little bit more noticeable on this one, I find, because they're right out there. They stick out a bit, but it does also have 1 engine, and those stud shooters don't look too bad because it's kind of looks like the mechanical part of the engine. Under here, doesn't have any landing gear, so you're just going to have to scrape up the bottom with your landings, I guess. And then she has 2 blasters on her ship as well. And under those blasters, you can find a pistol, and I don't know if something was on there. I'm going to have to read the instructions and find out. The answer is no, there's nothing on this weird black stud here. And but there is a blaster that you can put in there, which is her blaster as well, I think. Or you can use it for Morgan Elsbeth. So, kind of interesting. Pretty cool little ship, and I will show you with her in there. Shin Hati, or whatever you call her. But she also, almost forgot, you can open up the back, and there's a little clip where you can store her lightsaber. There we go. Very nice. And she can then sit in there if you put her arms up a bit, because that's how you have to do it. And I'm pretty sure she can sit in there pretty nicely. Also, the console, I don't know if this is exclusive, but it's pretty new, I think. I haven't seen it before at the very least. So that's pretty nice. Okay, on to my opinion on this set. It is a pretty nice set. Now, I don't know how accurate these are to the show, because honestly, I forgot basically the entire show besides the main plot of it. So I don't know any of this really. But it's pretty cool looking builds, and I have very nice figures. Um, all of the figures are pretty good, besides maybe, you may, maybe not these two as important to the show at least. But pretty nice figures, pretty nice builds. I'd rate it a solid, maybe 8 to 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, I'd say, but it's pretty good. So, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.